Hey guys, Mars here, and welcome to the Grand Tapestry Vault. Basically, what this is, it's a podcast that we brought to you just to kick it back, chill, talk about whatever comes to mind. I got my two boys, my two brothers right here with me. Hemp-Hop Hayes, say what's up, brother.
How you doing, everybody?
Got my other brother from another mother, SuperMalbert. Say what's up, bro.
Yo, yo, what's up, everybody? Super excited for this podcast, man.
Yes. How's everyone doing? How's everyone's day going?
Doing all right.
Doing good.
Just finished
Doing real
work.
good.
So I got a question for you. Jumping right
Yes.
into it.
Mm-hmm.
If you could have one superpower, what would it be and why?
Mm.
It's a
You
good
can
one.
go first.
Put him on the spot. So Hayes,
Let's see.
do you have one in
Yeah,
mind?
yeah, I do.
Right.
So I'll make it to where I'll get everybody pregnant.
Even the guys?
No,
he
no,
doesn't. He doesn't discriminate. He doesn't discriminate. 2023.
no, not those powers. If they pregnant with a blessing, something else. But no, seriously, probably like mindset, man. Like that's one of the things I looked this question up. Like, how would I answer that? But the actual change of the empathetic mind, or something like that. So making people more empathetic, making people think, not even think. It's more of like a feeling, a spiritual thing, and people are beginning to get on like one plane. So if I had that ability to make, as soon as you come across me, your mind began to change, like flowers, just things blossoming, and everything change. You'll never, you won't worry about money no more. You just want to hug. Everybody just
Oh,
want to love somebody. We'll do it all for, we'll do it all for free.
and why would you choose that power? What's the reasoning behind it?
I feel like feeling, but I feel like pretty much a lot of the stuff that goes on is it's kind of like it's avoidable, but we find ourselves like inside of a lot of stuff that we can't really control when it comes to think about public school. How much didn't really want to go to school, but if you didn't, there were certain consequences that your parents had to go through, or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And so the force to make anything or any species do something is not actually seeing them in their true nature of things. So being under a government, that's who's the government? Okay, so which God do they worship? Oh, but you're telling me to worship a God. So it's just a lot of stuff that's like, if we were just like, oh, I kind of like try to like to think of things. If I was the first person on earth, like who taught me how to do what? Like
Yeah.
if diseases, if diseases weren't here, no sexual diseases, none of that stuff was here, then who was the first person to get STD? Like how did all this stuff like occur?
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
think we've been placed in a place that's like so destructive, so you know evil and so bad that if we begin to take our minds off of a lot of the stuff that we ain't even got to do, honestly, we're gonna have to make some sacrifices to ourselves, to our daily lives, and change our minds. But if that was the ability, and that's what I'll do, because we're
Nice.
in this, and some people do life good, but some people, as we can see, schizophrenia, depression, a lot of stuff goes on up here.
You're thinking about other people and trying to help them out with your powers. So you'd
Uh,
pretty much be a hero, a superhero.
there you
Superhero.
go,
Yeah.
there you go.
What
Nice.
would your superhero name be?
Mm,
Super
um,
Haze? I don't know.
Incognito. Nah, nah.
Wait, what did you say?
I didn't hear you.
A head buster. No, I don't know what it'd be, man. Something to do with it. Mindful,
I like that. I like that.
or the light bulb, some type shit. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Cool. What about you, Super Malbert?
Okay, for me, so first I want to say that like I like that you chose a superpower that you can use for good. That's awesome. For me, I would say mine is pretty basic, but I would just say teleport. I mean, because the thing is, I do want to travel, and obviously, like in order to get to far places, you gotta book a flight and things like that. What if I could just teleport? Like if I want to go to Japan, why can't I just teleport there? You know what I mean? Or if I have to go to work, you know, like why can't I just
Sure.
why can't I just teleport to work or teleport home from work?
You'd be
You know
there
what
in
I
an
mean?
instant.
Yeah.
That'd be
Or
awesome.
you know, or how about this? How about this? How about this? Okay, I have a really good one. What if I can
Know what?
deliver Uber Eats and then
Ooh.
I'll just teleport to
Yeah.
the restaurant or whatever, and then I can just teleport to the people's houses. But the
You'd
thing is, I feel
instantly
like,
have 5 stars. No one, there would be no
bro,
reason to give you
Totally.
anything less than a
like
five
like
star.
like literally, like they're just gonna order it. 2 seconds later, it's there, man.
Your food would always be hot. Like that's a plus.
Always, man.
On
Always.
time too. Like you ever order Uber Eats or any kind of delivery service and then they go in the opposite direction? You're like, what are you doing?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Drop somebody else shit off first.
Yeah, exactly. That's happened to me before.
Make your shit go.
Yeah, yeah. So if I were to
so-
have, oh wait, what were you gonna say?
No, yeah, I was just gonna continue on because yeah, man, teleport. I could do so many things with it. It'll make my life so much easier. Like even if I'm just doing like daily stuff, like go do
Yeah.
grocery shopping or something, it's like instead of having to drive to the grocery store or walk or take the bus or whatever, instead of doing that, I can just teleport. You know, so it's
Yeah,
like,
you could use it in your
why
day-to-day
would-
life. It'd be amazing.
yeah,
Man.
makes
Make
makes things
life
so much
super
easier.
convenient. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll have time to do like my own thing after that. You know, like I'll have more time for myself, because
Mhm.
you know usually if you think about it, like you know driving to the grocery store or taking the bus to or walking or something, that takes time off your day
As-
because
Oh,
you have to go there and
So
then you
you'd
have to go
you're
back home.
basically saying you'd have more time.
Exactly. It's like if I go to the gym, I teleport there, do my workout, go home.
You're
It's like having
saving like
it's equivalent to having a home gym
pretty much.
because it's instant access. You know.
that's a great one.
But you see, with that you gotta really ground yourself, because if you could just go to the gym, right, and you could go to any other place, you could go
That is true.
anywhere. There's no real stopping you, no limitations to it. You see what I'm trying to say?
Mm.
So what if?
But with that,
Yeah,
you
go
might
ahead.
not be
What if
able
what?
to get back.
Say it again.
You might not be able. Hold on. I'll try to be like y'all and put these headphones in.
I don't know what he's.
No,
There, I can hear.
You're
I can hear you
clearly
better
you're
now.
clear. You're clear.
I tried
can
to
hear-
put the headphones on and be like y'all, but that ain't working.
Totally fine.
I think when you put on the headphones, like it started using the mic off the AirPods.
Yeah, it was kind of muffled a little.
It was hard to hear. But anyways, you were gonna say Mars?
Yeah, yeah. So what's stopping you from you want to make a little bit more money? The money that you have isn't enough from the bank. You know what I mean? You could teleport anywhere. You
That's
see
what
what
I
I'm
was
saying?
That's what I was gonna say though. So with the superpower, it's gonna still come with like human limitations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got to teleport to places that you know, right? Because if you go to a place where you don't know, what if you don't know how to get back?
So okay, so then we get into the thought process of how does his powers work and the intricacies. Because does he have to remember what it looks like to travel there, or does
Like,
he
how
have
do you know
to?
where you're going?
Exactly.
It's like if I want to go to the gym, do I have to picture the gym in my head or something?
Exactly.
It's like you know what I mean?
Fun fact: I believe Nightcrawler from the X-Men has that's how his powers work. He kind of has to see where he. I think it's either that's only for the Fox X-Men movies, or that's how it actually works. Don't
I do
quote me
know,
on it. Just remembered a little part from the movie. That was it.
Is it? I do know that like if Goku uses instant transmission, sometimes he has to like if he's too far away, he can't sense anybody's energy, he's not able to do it,
Oh yeah, yeah.
right? Yeah, so like I feel like he has to sense an energy, or I don't know. Well, it's not always like that though. Like he's
So
able
then-
to instant transmission without like no, because like no. I remember in one episode he had to tell Trunks and Goten to power up because he can't sense where Earth is because he was too far away.
So then, how would
I guess
yours
that's-
work? Because it's your
For me?
power after all. How would you want
How would
your
mine
power?
work? I guess I would just say like I think of the place, but the thing here's the thing: for mine to work, I have to physically go there on my own first before I can teleport there.
So you can't just go on a vacation.
That's
Uh,
I guess that's
Hawaii or
like one
something.
of the drawbacks.
Okay,
That's one of the
okay.
drawbacks. But
I
like
like
if I
that.
as soon as I go there, then I can go there anytime I want.
Yeah,
Nice,
yeah,
Okay.
that's what
nice.
I never
yeah.
actually thought about this until now, but
Oh, that's why we
yeah,
have these
Cause
conversations. Open up your mind, right?
cause you
exactly.
know, like there's like, cause you saying time, you're bending time pretty much. So what if you go to like a place of like, the edge of the universe type shit? You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
And you actually like, whoa, I can go further in time. You know what I'm saying? And
mm.
or I can go back in time and actually buy
See, that's
$500
hilarious.
Bitcoin.
That's actually hilarious because that kind of transitions me into what Mars is to move in
Talk to me.
space
Go
and
ahead.
time.
I want to hear yours. I want to hear yours.
It'd literally just be to move between space and time, to control space and time. Because you can't do one without the other. Because, for example, if I wanted to go back in time, let's say 10 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, I can go back in time, but I'm not going to be in the exact same spot as I was previously
Uh,
because of the rotation of the Earth around.
Mm-hmm.
So you see, where we are currently, it's because the gravitational force. I'm going all like science and shit right now. Because of the gravitational force of the Earth binding us to the spot, the position that we are currently in, that doesn't necessarily mean that's where we would be when you involve time. Because, for example, this is the Earth, right? And we're
yeah,
here.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
with you.
If I travel back in time 10 minutes, the Earth would have been here, and now I'm in space. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, to add a point to that, it's funny because you're actually talking from a scientific and mathematical standpoint as if you were a sniper. So like a sniper, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They can't actually position the bullet to where it's
No,
like
yeah, that's
depending on
true.
the
I
seconds,
didn't
like
think
if it's
about
Yeah,
that.
1 through 3, 3 through 5, it
yeah,
all varies. Like, and then they got to play like the gravitational pull. They got to know the science
yeah.
behind the mathematic pull of the bullet. So it's like a football player, a flea flicker, what they like to call it. If he going for, you got to throw the ball higher in order to get the ball to where it's trying to go. You know what I
Yep,
mean? So it's the
yep.
same way with a bullet. He's gonna aim the bullet. Oh
You
yeah, that's
you
dope.
have
I
to
actually
aim
gonna
ahead of time.
I'm
Like
gonna
you have
use that
to aim
tonight.
like let's say if
Let me
he's
prime every
running.
minute.
So let's say if he's
Exactly.
running, it's like you have to aim in front of him instead of aiming at him. Kind of,
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pretty much, because you
Free
got to
aim,
play,
yeah.
and then you got to know. So it's the hours of the day ain't actually 24 hours. It's like 23 point, da da da. So they add that into the equation, and it's like, man, that is fucking amazing, bro. Even
Mm.
the wind speed.
Exactly. Everything affects it. Right?
Yeah.
Speaking of time travel, if you were to time travel, any point in time, could be in your own lifetime, or it could be whenever, like the dawn of time. When would you travel back to? And granted, you can travel back to this point in time. So there's no consequences, and don't worry about changing the past, butterfly effects. We're just travelers to see whatever it is. Where whoever wants to answer the question first, floor is yours.
You want to go first, Stefan?
I'm gonna let y'all go first on this one
All right,
because
all
it's
right,
then got to a roach. This one to get good.
all right, all right. So for me personally, there's really nothing that I want to visit in history at the moment. I mean, like this question's kind of on the spot, so I didn't really have time to think about like a point in history that I wanted to visit. But I do want to, I guess, time travel to visit like my grandfather because I actually never met any of my grandfathers on both sides of my
Oh wow, okay.
parents. So I only lived to see one grandma, and that was on my mom's side. So I guess I want to try time travel to get to know my grandpas on I guess both sides of my parents.
Nice.
But other than that, yeah, man, for
So
family reasons.
follow up
Yes.
question with you specifically. Since you're traveling back in time to see both your grandparents, what point in their life would you while they're still all kind of in their prime? What's your thought process
Um,
on
man, I guess maybe in like in their prime, like maybe in like their mid 20s or
it?
something.
Okay.
because I don't want to meet them when they're too young, and I don't want to meet them when they're too old. And because it's hard to work with that. But I would say in their prime is probably the best time to meet them because they're at the best time of their life. So yes.
Okay. I know I'm giving you another follow up question, but I have
No,
to
no, no,
ask.
no. It's okay.
Okay.
Keep going.
So, in this scenario where you travel back in time to meet your grandfather, doesn't matter which one,
Hmm.
and they're in their prime, which roughly around your age group, right?
Yep.
How would you even approach them? Would you even approach them, or would you just watch them hang out with their friends, or like?
Honestly, I'd probably do what Tony Stark did with his dad.
Oh, okay, okay,
I
yeah, yeah,
wouldn't like say anything. I wouldn't say that like, "Oh, I'm your grandson from the
yeah,
future" or
yeah,
anything
yeah.
like that. I would kind of just like pretend like I'm a random dude and just talk to him, get to know him, things like that. So yeah, I want to like I'll probably ask him about his work, how was his childhood, because I actually don't know anything about my grandparents' childhood.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That is.
Mm-hmm.
Stefan, what about you?
For me,
Yeah, Hayes.
it's like it's a lot of mysteries when you come up in North America and you get depending on how you was raised. So, and you know me, I've seen a lot of stuff, done a lot of stuff, but like I got to the point to where it was like you start seeing we're like, man, this black and white shit, like they're trying to make this a thing over here. Like this really does like and then I got, older relatives that actually experienced, those type of situations, prejudice situations and they actually, may have past trees with, people hanging from 'em and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah,
But you hear this stuff, man. And you got the Caribbean islands and a lot of other islands that have proof of their slavery. They can go back in to their ancestral DNA. And I've heard that it's something like you got your ancestral DNA and then you got your like universal DNA that you can get tested too. That they don't tell you about. That's like shit that actually matter. When you talk about ancestry.com or 23andme.com,
yeah,
they're basing that off your family. They're trying to find your family line. You see what I'm saying? But like your actual bloodline will be able to date like, the land that you're from, you know what I'm saying, your people, like all of it. And so you talk about American slavery, man, there's a lot of stuff where people are like, well, yeah, it's true. You can just go read the books and a lot of this stuff and a lot of this stuff. But it's like the actual, them doing the maritime, coming across the waters and stuff like that, it can't be proven. And so that's I want to go back and like find the secrets of, you know, everywhere, man, like the Americas, how the governments got started, like what caused, you know, humans to do whatever we did to have a disruption, you know what I'm saying? Or because we all have a thought of like peace, we all have a thought of like, things that's like we know good from bad, we know evil from, greatness. So traveling back to, man, honestly, if I had a chance, like the start, you know what I'm saying? The start of it all, and then to see, just not my family, but just to, like to see like how all lineages begin to, because you hear the story of the flood, you hear all this other stuff,
yeah.
and you got a lot of different religions, man, and a lot of that stuff kind of adds up like all the same way. But I guess that
You were kind of saying how all the government, and I was thinking about that. Because how did the government? How far back can we? I was like, so the government. What is the government? Group of people that are in. Okay, that would be like, for example, the what is it? The forefathers, that kind of stuff. Um,
um I'm you could say that because
like, well, you know who made the I don't know America, but
that's what
like,
I'm saying, man. Because those stories are crazy, bro.
yeah.
How America got started, and I can't believe that shit is still being taught in school, bro.
Well, you see how they all came together to write the amendments, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's that group of individuals. But before then, there was what? The kings and queens?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And then that even
rulership.
goes exactly, and that goes far back because you have rulerships in England, Egypt, China, like all these places
So, can I say this?
had.
So, I got two questions for you. So, the first question: will a sense of government be a thing of money, power, or wisdom?
I would have to say, personally, and of course, it's just my opinion, wrong. But if it were out of those three, I would most likely think it because wealth can buy power and wealth can buy wisdom.
So, I'm gonna say this: it would have been wisdom, only because to rule over a certain group of people, I have to get a head start some type of way. So the only way to do that is to keep those certain amount of people because we're all even level, right? If we all got the same knowledge, if we all know how to do the same thing, if we all know how to do this and that. But if I could keep a group of people away for a certain amount of time, your knowledge is not going to be able to grow with my knowledge. You're going to stay in one place. So by the time that you are, free or whatever, you would literally have to like everything that you'll need, food, medicine, school. I'll already have control over everything. So now I'll be technically like your king. You see, I'll technically be your ruler of, whatever, whatever,
Yeah.
because the land that you walk on now that you are free. You see what I'm saying? You would have had to keep a people away from something for so long and then rule over it and then be like, all right, now it's mine. And
Yeah.
then to say, all right, now set them free so that we can have uh money, some type of money
Okay.
transfer now because you're going to feed the kingdom. People of, ignorance. That's what they called you, peasants and stuff like that. Because if you would have had the knowledge, even being a slave or whatever, you still would have known how to navigate through that system and rise again. So it's more so like, and this is why they don't want to uprising of knowledge. You know what I mean? This is
Yeah.
why they have to be taught certain ways in school because there's a way to teach a genius. You can raise a genius. You know what
You
I'm saying?
can.
They practice it all day on different species of apes, monkeys, because they could teach them in intelligence. And then they also have the CIA of every country, spies and everybody. You weren't born with these type of skills, but you've proven on the test. We're like, okay, you paid attention in school, and then you prove in different aspects of like, now I can teach you the secret stuff that you need to know your mind can do. And now they can't, So you look at the CIA files, man. You're like, man, that's what I want to do. I want to go back and figure out tips of time, like, what's the knowledge that y'all are truly keeping from people? Like we all talk about the supervillain stuff on here now. This is the conversation because that's what we all truly know. Like we can embody. Like we know. Like I can't picture Speed. Like Flash doing what he can do if this wasn't possible. I can't
Yeah.
picture a Superman. I couldn't picture this type of stuff. It wasn't possible before. Like you're able to see and create with imagination. Like because that's the talent that you've been given. Like that's the skill we all have. But to use it for evil or good is also a thing. So
SuperMalbert, do you have anything to add on to?
talk to me, Albert.
Oh man. But yeah, like what you said about like the villains and everything. It's like what how we were talking about superpowers from earlier, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if there are gonna be people with superpowers, we gotta keep in mind that there's also gonna be supervillains.
yeah,
So that's that's just something I wanted to add because it's a really important because like we didn't mention it. None of us mentioned about the supervillains, but yeah, man. So there's gonna be people that use their power for good and people that use their power for bad.
yeah. So that brings it back to the same question. So it's like
Are you
here's
all
the
right,
highest
bro?
of the highs, and here's the lowest of the lows. You see what I'm saying?
uh,
There's super, and then you got the villains. Like it's like gonna be power. Oh, they're super power. They're super powerful. Like what's gonna happen? It's like imagine like two Kamehamehas coming with each other, and it's like it's just gonna be an even. So what's gonna beat that? It's gonna have to be some type of level of wisdom, some type of level of love, some type of level
Exactly.
of like something else. Like it's
Yo,
gonna be
Mars,
like
are you all right?
Mars is tripping.
no, I did not. Out of anything you could have said, I would have never guessed that was you were leading it there. I was like, okay, okay, and then I was like, wait, what? You had a point. You had a point. It's just that it caught me off guard. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh shit. Anyways, back on topic. Um, where were we? Time travel. Basically, if I'll just say mine, and we'll go to the next topic. If I were to travel back in time anywhere at any point, it'd basically be to see how the pyramids were built, because that's been there's so many theories as to how it was. Like obviously when we were kids we watched those old ass movies where they're like they got the slaves to move all of the huge rocks to stack it up. But then now in recent days they're saying that scientifically it take way too long to complete because of how heavy they are and all that stuff. So you got all these different theories as to how they could do it. Also, they're saying how it's like perfectly aligned with like the solar system, stuff like that. I forget it's the solar system or whatever. It's perfectly aligned to something universe, and it's like true north or something like that. Saying something like
Mm.
it's just mind blowing to me.
Right.
So that's I'd love to see that. At least I wouldn't stay there the whole time, but just to see for a couple minutes how they're actually backing up build.
Yeah, for
Would
sure.
you guys time travel to the dinosaurs though?
Honestly, if it was safe, yes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause it's like,
Yeah.
what if you get eaten? You can't come back to your timeline now.
Oh,
Too late now.
So I have a question.
man.
I ask everyone this, like anyone that like I've worked with, I
Yeah.
usually ask them. So a being of higher intelligence, a higher
Hmm.
person, of the I don't know fifth dimension is all like, hey, we wanted to special gift of seeing a creature that Horus finds interesting that no one living has actually seen. What are you talking? Basically, they bring you in, and there's two windows blocked off. Right, press a button, the window opens up, like the shutters open up, and you can see what's in that room. Okay, so two rooms, glass walls, shutters, closing it so you don't see what it is. If you press the button on the left, you'll see a real life alien. Okay, and mind you, this is perfectly safe. Nothing will happen to you. Just a visual thing, kind of like if you're at the zoo. Okay, you press the first button on the left, you'll be able to see a real life alien. If you press the button on the right, you get to see a real life dinosaur. Which one would you? Which one would you see? You will not get to see both.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Shit.
I mean, do
That,
aliens even exist?
In
that's
this
what I was.
scenario, they do.
Oh, in this scenario. Oh man.
Alien.
Honest, honestly, for me, like, do I get to like try to communicate with the alien, or like,
You could
do I
try,
just
yeah.
see? I would try to. I would go with the alien and try to
Well,
communicate. I don't know
how
if it's
would you
gonna.
try to communicate? Would you say?
I would wave at it,
Okay,
and then I
okay,
would try to get it to talk, be like hi, even though I know they're not gonna understand me. So, or maybe they do. Maybe they've been spying on us the whole time, and they know our language. Who knows,
that's true.
right? So, yeah, I would try to communicate with them. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But because the thing is, definitely, I know dinosaurs. I definitely can't communicate
Yeah.
with them. But aliens, I don't know. I'll try the alien. What about you?
Okay, so let's say one question before we move on to Hayes. Um,
Yes.
Granted, you are able to communicate with. What would
Hmm.
you say? What would you?
I would say probably, why have you been hiding from us this whole time? What's the reason?
I sound like.
Yeah.
What about?
Yeah.
Shit.
Sorry. What about you, Hayes?
Nah, like pretty much like some of the same thing. Like if they could communicate back like that, like what's the purpose? You know what I'm saying? Like
not even of just my life, like, you know what I'm saying, your life. Like, what's the purpose of it all?
Yeah.
Like, you still, like, like, what is the purpose of this? You know, if you know, because you spying on me, you might not know, And then I'm gonna see if he a dumbass or not. And if that's it, I'm like, they just another stupid ass species.
We
We
might
don't
be,
know shit at
well,
all.
technically, we're aliens to them if they,
That is true.
Right.
That is true because for them, they're technically the humans, and then when they see us, it's like, oh, they're gonna be like, oh, there's people from another planet, so
yeah.
we're considered aliens technically.
Yeah. Facts.
Mm.
I'd honestly choose. Like, dinosaurs are cool, and I mean, we've seen whatever bones we, and we kind of
Mm-hmm.
tried to recreate them from the park and uh, parts of media. So
Yeah.
at least we have some sort of kind of idea as to what they look like. But aliens, they can, we don't. Like, there's the Greys, you know, Martians, all that kind of stuff. But what do they actually look like? Look like
Right.
us? Look like monsters? I don't
Right.
know.
Also, I like. There's this thing I've always wondered, like you know how scientists or whatever they could tell if this specific species of dinosaur was a herbivore or a
Oh
carnivore.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like it's like how do they tell? It's like is it because based on the bones? It's like oh this dinosaur has been eating only leaves or something like that. You know? It's like
Yeah.
how are they even able to tell if it's like if it's a really old bone? Like, can they just tell based on the bone, like if this dinosaur has been eating meat or just leaves? Like I don't know. That's just
Yeah.
like something that I wanted to add.
Nice.
No, you
Yeah.
actually can. They do it by like a DNA sample off of the teeth, so they'll see the way the
Mm,
teeth is structured and everything. And like carnivorous animals, they have
yes.
sharp teeth, canine teeth. Animals
Mm,
that are carnivore, herbivores and things like that.
Yeah.
They have more rounded teeth, so that they
mm,
can break it down. When they study how their stomachs and stuff work, they were saying some stomachs were pretty much different, almost like a lion compared to an elephant or something like that, an elephant or a cow, because they eat the curd of the field. But yeah, yeah. That's how they do that.
fair. That's fair.
Just give me one moment.
So I have a question for you, Super.
Yes.
Do you think you could survive a zombie apocalypse? What would be your strategy?
Oh man. I mean, I played like the Call of Duty zombies and stuff,
Same here.
but I feel like honestly, I'll use whatever I can, like any kind of weapon or whatever I have. But
So
I feel
all right.
like
So right
like it's
now, if the
yeah.
if the zombie apocalypse happened right now during this podcast, what's your strategy? What are you doing?
Not leave the house. At least unless I need to.
Okay.
And every time I do leave the house, I have to have a weapon. I cannot go out with no weapon. Like I have to like have something
Yeah.
just in case something tries to eat me, you know? So but yeah, that's a tough one
How long would you hold
because
out in your house before?
until food supply runs out, I would say. Yeah. But that is a tough one. The zombie apocalypse. Like I always play like, Resident Evil, Call of Duty Zombies and stuff, but like not a lot of people actually think about what you would do in a real situation. Because obviously in the video game, like it's like in the video game you're supposed to do this in order to survive, but it's like in real life it's like there's no algorithm or what do you call it? Um there's not a thing that you're supposed to do in order to finish the game because you're in real life. You know what I mean?
That's true. And it
True.
seems like you could like jog forever without
Yeah,
getting tired.
exactly. But in real life, nah, bro. It ain't like that.
Yeah.
The real world ain't like that.
What
And
about
then
you,
it depends
Hayes?
on what is a zombie? You know what I'm saying? Like they may be giving us a depiction of like, what I'm saying, "Oh,
Yeah.
arm falling off and shit like that. But like, what if a zombie was like some more shit like I Am Legend? You know what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying?
yeah, that's a good point. There's
You know what I'm saying?
actually
Like,
an actual real life. It's it's not a human zombie, but it's a insect zombie. Like there's a fungus.
Cordyceps.
Yeah,
Cordyceps.
yeah,
From The Last of Us.
Yeah,
yeah,
cordyceps mushroom.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it latches onto the host, takes over their body, basically
Yep.
they take over the body and affects the.
Yeah, that's right. But see, those mushrooms, depending on how they growing, like if you grow them like for human consumption, the ones that we can actually intake, they're actually good for your cardiovascular system and a lot of other properties too. But yeah, the orange cordyceps, they're yeah, I love them.
Cordyceps infection.
Hmm.
How long do you think you would survive a zombie?
Uh,
Or what's your plan if?
Man, bro, I stay close to a military base, and I have to go on that hole straight up because I know they gonna. I'm like 10, 15 minutes away. And they're gonna be the first ones to tell us, like, yo, this is about to go down. I'm going on that hole, bro. Like, hey, I don't care. I'll sleep on the floor. You know what I'm saying? But hand me some weapons, bro. We gonna do it like we used to do back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like let's get to it. How many can we get? You know what I'm saying? Lay down, like, and for sure, bro. Yeah, that is yeah. That's my move. Hey,
Nice.
I suggest anybody go to a close military base, go to or in jail because
Yeah,
the boys about to break out and they gonna be.
that's true.
And once they leave, you go back in. You go shit straight up, bro. That jail, it's like a Waffle House. Don't nothing mess them up. A hurricane, tornado, them just don't never fuck up. No, go to a Waffle House. They can't get in. Waffle House got some type of secret fucking Mario Brothers uh tunnel in their basement. It's gonna take you to them. I don't know. If you're a bad person, it's gonna take you to Luigi Land. You know what I'm saying? If you're a good person, you'll go to the Mushroom
Luigi's
Kingdom.
Mansion.
I'd basically do
Yeah.
the same thing as hold out for as long as I can. I wouldn't. I would be the only one that would be.
Mm.
I wouldn't want anyone
Yeah,
else to.
sure. Yeah,
So you're gonna be the only one that
yeah.
leaves.
Unfortunately,
You gotta make the
So
sacrifice.
you gotta have.
gotta be the sacrifice.
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to have some type of like steam cleaner as soon as you get to the crib before you step in the house.
Oh yeah, sure. That's true.
Yeah.
You don't want
Yeah.
to carry the
As soon
infection,
as you
right?
come in, you're gonna infect the. You're just gonna be like cordyceps. That bitch gonna infect everybody in there. Everything you just did to go get all that pork, sausage, all that shit. Cause you know all the good stuff gonna be gone. There ain't gonna be no chicken, no shrimp. There ain't
I
gonna be
feel
no
like
fish.
nah, but honestly, I feel like if a zombie apocalypse were to happen, people would get.
Yeah, because it's like it's not
Yeah.
too hard to make. It doesn't really require like too much
That
like,
too,
electricity.
but like at the same time, it's like it won't be tainted as far as we're unless it was like in the factory that something happened. But like while it's in the store, if a little blood splatter on the can, but if blood splatter on some fruits, you know what I mean?
That is true.
Can't use the fruit
Yeah.
anymore.
I guess it depends,
That's a
like
fact.
if it's exposed or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn. Boy, times it get hard, bro. This when we'll really see the purge.
Right? Jeez.
People will start shit, fuck if the stock market crash. Let a zombie apocalypse happen.
That's probably the
Man.
best time for it to happen.
Is there any celebrities or any person you would like to or even a fictional character?
Fictional character. This one I don't know mine yet, but like if I were to do it with somebody, it would probably be like somebody that's not like having a like for example like Goku. Like I don't think I'd want to swap lives with him because then like now it's gonna be my problem to like fight Frieza and everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'd probably go something simple like I don't know SpongeBob. I don't know, man. Like he's always happy. I mean,
That's
like
true.
why wouldn't you want to
Cook Krabby Patties
Like,
for the rest of your life.
oh yeah, man, Krabby Patties, flipping Krabby Patties, bro. I'd want to do that. Go jellyfishing, bro. Like,
That's
I'd say okay, yeah, I'd say mine is SpongeBob. I mean, it's like
It's a
there's
good
not
answer.
too much problems, you know.
Good
He's always
answer.
happy.
You have amazing friends too, right?
Oh, of course, man. Sandy, Patrick, Squidward. I mean, he's
Gary.
not always happy, but oh, Gary would be like my best friend, and Patrick and Gary. But yeah. So mine would be SpongeBob.
Are you?
man. I don't think, bro. I can't see anybody, bro. Like, no, I
Celebrity.
don't know.
You like your life? That's basically what you're saying.
I
You like your life.
I love my life, and I love the journey. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a celebrity, but I just think like to be a celebrity is like goes back to the beginning of the conversation of feeling. I could feel like a celebrity every day. You know what I'm saying? I could power up right now and be Goku if I wanted to. Hold on, you made me laugh. I was about to turn into Super Saiyan.
All right, you go Super Saiyan. Go for it, man.
We're gonna watch you do it.
No,
Now we're
it takes too much-
anticipating it, bro. We're anticipating.
I know it takes too much energy right now, though. And then my levels are kind of off. I've been like, cannabis and shit. I'm trying to get my endocannabinoid system back in order.
So you'd be yourself,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, no, I can't see me in.
Oh, that's fine.
I don't think I want any other perspective.
Mm.
If I were anyone, probably be, I don't know, Tony Stark. Yeah, I'd have to deal with like supervillains and alcoholism
I mean, I don't
and
think.
aliens. But I
think
mean,
that was
he's
the
rich.
actor.
No, he was like it.
Oh, was he?
Both. It was
He
both. It was both.
Oh, true.
Robert Downey Jr. did suffer from an alcohol problem, but also in the comics,
In the
Tony
comics, he
Stark
was
had it.
also-
Yeah, he had an alcohol.
Mm.
But like, no, yeah, he has like the sickest tech. It's not even just his money. I just hit my mic. It's not
So
just the
stuff that
money,
he
but like,
creates.
yeah,
Nanotech.
and he like makes all these cool shit. Plus the old man suit, and not just one, but like a whole
Multiple.
arsenal. That's crazy. And have you seen this? The kind of things that he does. Like he has an armor called the Superior Iron Man armor, where it's basically like almost like Venom, where it's liquid. It like just
Yes.
make it come sick.
Is that like a? Was that in the movies? I don't remember.
Not yet. Well, he had nanotech in the movie. It
Yeah,
wasn't.
nanotech. Yeah, nanotech was the one I was thinking of because it was
Yeah,
like because I know he used it for the Iron Spider as well.
yeah, yeah.
The nanotech, which is pretty cool. And then even Doc Ock recognized the nanotech. Yeah, that's cool. Iron Man. And now you have to take care of Peter Parker
Ah,
and
man.
lecture him and everything. But then at the end, you had to go, man. You had to go to save
A heroic
the universe.
sacrifice.
Yes.
Uh,
I don't know where
Jesus.
he went.
ask you the last question, then
Yeah,
wrap
go
it
ahead
up.
and
Oh, there he is.
There you go. Okay.
Ooh, nose and shit, dog.
Yeah, I know. Same.
Yeah,
Something's
he's
going
like,
around.
No. I'm here. Here, got to close the door.
All right, with
Oh.
the closing question would be, you guys have any bucket list or goals that you want to complete? Kind of. What's
yeah.
like? What's one thing you really want to do?
Man. Really like be my complete unapologetic self in life. I think no one is. I think we're all playing like characters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like to be your unapologetic. How you say this word?
Unapologetic.
Unapologetic.
That. To be that. It's like I feel like your gates of like receiving things will open up. Your gate of giving things will open up. Because don't get me wrong, but like not just from your perspective, so they can like be great for you, but like to be completely honest with people, and to tell them like I know it's a way we have to approach everything, but like I mean, what if you didn't even have to say nothing? You know what I'm saying? What if your aura was just so strong with who you are? Don't give a fuck what you put on. You just like, and nobody cares because it's like that suits him. You know what I'm saying? Like
You're a very
that's him.
spiritual person.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sure. Like that. That.
You want to basically be enlightened.
Say, say it again.
You basically want to be enlightened.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. For sure. For
All
sure.
right,
You can
cool.
definitely you can say that.
Honestly, mine's kind of what I want to do, and hopefully I get to achieve this soon. It's a bucket list. I'll go back to my country. I haven't been there, so I'd love to take my some family back home. Hopefully, I'll get to do it, and eventually, inevitably, I do it because I will do it. Definitely gonna vlog. Remember.
Mm. Okay, so for me, I want to go to Disneyland still, even though I'm an adult. But I feel like Disneyland is for
Oh
everybody.
yeah, man, that's dope. I want
Yeah,
to go there.
I mean,
I've never been, so
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I want to go to the one in California
okay.
because I know there's ones in like I think Japan and I think Paris, which I don't have problems with those, but I feel like the California one was the original Disneyland location.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd love to go there, man. That's one of my bucket list things. Also, I also want to go to Japan, like just in general,
Nice.
just
Yeah,
visit,
yeah, yeah.
and I
Hell
want to
yeah.
do some cool because I know they do some cool stuff. I don't know if they're still doing this, but I think my cousin, he did this thing there where it's like you ride on a go kart dressed like a
Oh
Mario
yeah, yeah, yeah.
character.
I've heard about that. Yeah, yeah. Seen
Yeah,
some
and it's like
videos
you
of.
actually do it on the road while cars are driving, and I
Bro,
I think that's awesome. So that's
that's
like one
fire.
of my bucket list right there, man.
That's fire,
Nice.
bro.
Gotta make this happen, all of us.
We have to.
We're
Yeah.
gonna achieve all our
Yeah.
goals, man.
And also,
Yeah.
same as you, Mars. I also want to visit back home as well because ever since I came here to Canada in 2003, I have not been back yet. So it's
Also,
been
it's
like 20 years.
yeah, man.
So it's been
Oh,
20 years. I want to visit some family. I want to visit my old house. Maybe visit my old school, my teachers if they're still there. Um, yeah, man. I think it would be great to just visit back home because that's where I came from, and it's like no matter how long I live here in Canada, that is always going to be my home because that's where I'm from. So
you see? Hold on. Hold on.
yeah,
See, black people ain't got that luxury in America. We don't know where our home is. You know what I'm saying? That's the story. We steady trying to figure that shit out. Like I do want to go home, but shit, where is home? Like,
where is home?
where is home? Because bro, I'm telling you, the home that they be depicting like you African American, Africa is your home.
Yeah.
But like, bro, it might not be. You know what I'm saying? Like
That is
the
true.
history the history of the Americas is crazy, bro. Like when you see the colored people that was here before, the filmography and all this other shit
Yeah.
came out,
Hmm.
like that's why they was like, man, it's a little hiccup that goes into the slavery thing. Like maybe the trades were real, but maybe just not so much in this land. And a lot of people that we got over here in this land came from other areas. But
Yeah.
that's the hiccup. And that's where they like hold us on, a pedestal of like, catch up and or you can't be this, you can't be that. Because it's like
Mm.
this person has no history. He knows nothing about his worth. He has no cultural attachment to his people.
Yeah.
We both can go back home and when you go back home, it's the rawness, it's the reality of like, man, this is where I'm from. Like when y'all feet touch down, there's a different vibration that's gonna resonating between your bones. You know what I'm saying? Because that's your blood. That's where you come from. But
Yeah.
the day I do find it, hey, I'm
Yeah.
on the same route as you all. I want to
Right?
go back home. You know, for sure.
Going
bro.
home.
Nice.
Hell
Just
yeah, if
hold
y'all can
on, we're
find
going
somebody,
home.
if y'all know somebody that can help me find home, tell them to help me find home because I just want to go home, bro.
All right, man. Well, with that, I guess we could close it out for episode 1. Thank you both for joining me. Hope
Thank
to
you
have
for
you
having me.
guys back for episode 2. Keep it strong, keep it entertaining, and I hope everyone enjoyed it. Thank you, viewers, for watching us. Hope you hit the subscribe button, like the video, share it so we could get some more exposure. We want to bring more of this to you. We want to bring more entertainment and joy. It's like you guys are chilling with us. So, comment if you have any topics you want us to talk about next time, and we'll use your ideas. That'd be awesome. All right, well, one last thing. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good
Bye,
day.
guys.
Take care.
Y'all have a great day. Hey, it's just like home, just chilling with us. You massaging my feet, giving me your cash out, making popcorn for me, dog. Y'all have a great night.
Take care.